Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As we welcome you to this special broadcast right here on Salam Media. Now, today I must say that I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I'm actually wearing this neck scarf with pride. This neck scarf was given to me as a gift, and this is a neck scarf that was made by the widows of the martyrs of Gaza. And as we speak right now, this next scarf speaks of Palestine, the Palestinian flag, and on the other side it says Free Gaza. And as we speak, Gaza is being pounded by the brutality of this Zionist regime, and we will definitely expect more martyrs. But we salute the people of Palestine. We salute the people of Al-Quds. We salute the people of the West Bank. We salute the people of Gaza. We salute Islamic Jihad. We salute the Qassam Brigade. And we salute a nation whose sons, whose daughters, whose mothers, whose fathers, whose parents, whose grandparents have given it all. They've sacrificed it all. They've given their blood. They've given their sweat. They've given their lives. They've given everything for myself and yourself. And as Ismail Hania mentioned yesterday, he says, this is not about Gaza. This is not only about Palestine, but this is about a Muslim world. This is about the Arab world. This is about a Muslim world which is well over 1 billion strong. And yesterday, what we seen was unprecedented. Unprecedented in more ways than one. The ayat of the Quran is clear. وَمَكَرُوا وَمَكَرَ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. And the Zionist entity plotted and planned. They beefed up their security. They beefed up their intelligence. But it wasn't enough. What we witnessed yesterday happening, and what we see, what the brave sons and daughters of Palestine has achieved, the entire world has woken up. The entire world has woken up to the fact that this is what 75 years of oppression has meant to the people of Palestine. This is what 75 years of what Palestinians have actually dreamt of. And yesterday was just a first step. Perhaps a small step. Perhaps today and yesterday they have been paying a price. They've been paying a price in all of Palestine, in Gaza, in the West Bank, and also in Jerusalem. And this is what we're going to unpack this morning. We're going to go across to be joined by my sister Abeer Zayyad out in Al-Quds. Sister Abeer, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
It is clear on the one hand, we salute the people of Palestine, Sister Abeer, because this is bravery that we haven't seen before in a long, long time. And yesterday, from the early parts of the morning, when your messaging started coming through, and it had us actually riveted, it had us actually glued as to what was actually playing out in Gaza, the rockets that were fired, and obviously making this grand entrance with paragliders, breaching all security, breaching Israeli intelligence. And this obviously was to be applauded. And it made many of us happy that finally the sleeping giant has woken up in Palestine, Sister Abeer.
In fact, is not. It was a surprise. It's something have never been happened in history before. It was a surprise for everybody, not only for Israel. It also was a surprise for each one of us. The situation that it started yesterday, it was something was not expected at all from anyone. And of course, Israel had been announced before that with the end of this Sukkot holiday that they will attack Gaza. So we was expecting that in Sunday, today, it was supposed to be the starting of attacking to Gaza by the Israeli as they announced. So this is the first time that Gaza starts doing something before Israel attacked. And also, it's not only that they do something, this is something that is very, very huge that none of us was dreaming even about it, that it's a start from land, from air, from sky, from sea, from everywhere. And it's the first time that Israel have lost these numbers of lives and prisoners. This is something that have never happened in history before. Even with the war in 1967, they did not lost this much of losing that they have it today. Of course, today is the memory of the massacres of Al-Aqsa Mosque, when they killed more than 21 of us. And even with this memory, they today also attacked the worker inside the mosque. Now, just we received that they beat some of the worker, and they does not allow for anyone to enter inside the Al-Aqsa Mosque and to arrive even to the old city unless he's from the old city. They are attacking the houses in the old city, and one of the family that had been attacked, it was my family. In Hebron, they are attacking also now in Tel Armeda Street. In a lot of areas in West Bank, they are attacking the civilian people. Is kind of revenge about what is happening with them in the border with Gaza. They are taking revenge from the civilian in Jerusalem and in the West Bank. So they are attacking everywhere. Anyway, we are in the strike today in all Palestine as solidarity for Gaza. In the same time, Israel have also a protest and as a solidarity for their people. Of course, till now, the numbers of the life lost in both sides is not till now. It's not a cure. Gaza, every moment there is people are killing. Of course, we lost also some martyrs in the West Bank in the 24-hour, but mainly in Gaza. In each moment they are attacking, bombing Gaza. So we does not know how much people had been killed till today. 20,000 people had already run away from their houses to the schools. At the same time, in the Israel side, also there is a lot of people had lost their lives. We does not know also the numbers, but most of them are from the warrior, and also some had been taken as a hostage. Also, the number is not clear at all. It could be hundreds of people. We does not know also, and Israel themselves, they does not know yet. Now, one of some of the warrior had taken a car, and they are heading from Gaza area to the north of Palestine, and Israel armies is trying to stop them. So at each moment there is more things that is happening. We does not know exactly. No one can tell you exactly what is the situation, but we can say that something that this thing was going to happen any moment. This thing that it was coming anyway, because of all this apartheid, all this pressing on people, all these killing, attacking the mosque every day. This is something that they supposed to expect it. When you make people does not have anything more to lose, they will become danger. And this is the situation. We are under occupation since years, and the world is silence about what is happening, silence about apartheid. They have double standard about looking to what we are suffering, and they does not care. So they were supposed to expect that this is will are going to happen. You can't ask people to be killed and taking their lands and to be attacked them every day, and to ask them to continue silence, especially with the thing that is happening in Al-Aqsa Mosque. And we hear all the leaders in the from Hamas and other political leader on the media, they was speaking that mainly this thing happened because of what happened inside Al-Aqsa Mosque, and also about our prisoners who are facing a very, very difficult time. From the beginning, they have a difficult time inside the prison, but especially after Ben Gvir become responsible about that, this become more difficult and more harder on our prisoners. So, and now, of course, in the prison, they cut the media out. They just not allowed for them to see any kind of TV or news. So our prisoners does not know what is happening outside. Now they are completely does not have any kind of information. Anyway, none of us is still can understand or process what is happening. But at least for the first time, that the losing of life is not only from our side, but this is something, of course, that it's hard in both sides. This is not what if Israel give the Palestinian the rights, if the world stand against apartheid and to stop the killing of the Palestinian, this is something that will never happen. But this is happened because of what they had done against us and the difficult time that Palestinian people are in.
Yes, Sister Abeer, and obviously Al-Aqsa will still remain central to the Palestinian struggle all the time until Masjid Al-Aqsa is liberated. But Israel talks about declaring war. Israel has declared war on the Palestinians for over 75 years already. So this is absolutely nothing new. But the images that we saw yesterday, we've never seen those images in our lives. We've seen images of the settlers fleeing from the Burak wall, running away from the Burak wall. We've seen settlers running away from their settlement areas, and we've seen them by the hundreds. We've seen them running to the airport, and never ever in history have we seen these images of all of these people who came, who stole, but now they are running away.
Even Israel, they closed the airport because they know that a lot of Israeli have a different nationality, because they are coming from different countries like France, Europe, USA, other areas. So they close the airport because they know that these people will run away, going back to their country. So they does not want that. So they close the airports because of that. Even some of the border is closed. We does not know yet if they reopen the airport again. But mainly the reason that they does not want the Israeli to run away from the country, and this is something expected, because as we said, these people, most of them are coming from different country, and they have the passport and the nationality for other country, and it will be much safer for them to go back to their own country. So Israel does not want that. But of course, what is happening against us, we used to be killed, we used to bomb our houses. So it's not something that are not expected for us or not seeing for us, but it's for the first time they are seeing the same thing in their side. For the same time, for the first time, they are losing, and even that. Some of them, they killed each other because they thought that they are Palestinian, and this is by Israel media directly. They are speaking about that. Also, from economic point of view, 6% of the economy already go down. The situation is not clear. People are Israeli people are shocked with their army, with their defense. How they run, how they was not able to protect them, how no one of them was knowing any information about this thing that is happening, and they supposed to be considered one of the strongest army. Even the United States was not having any clue about that, and also United States say that even the Arab country are around Palestine, they does not have a clue about this thing. And as you see from the videos, from the pictures, that they was prepared very, very well to this day. So this is not something that's coming from one day. No, this is something that take years of preparing to be able to have this kind of action. And especially in these October is one of the worst a month every year on the Palestinian, and to have something like that, and to say that this is for Al-Aqsa Mosque, maybe it will make them wake up and understand that what they are doing against Al-Aqsa Mosque and against Palestinians just will bring wars for everybody, and it's not in in the benefit of anyone. So maybe they will understand this, and maybe it will help that they will stop what they are doing against us.
Yes, and also as you mentioned, it's taken years of planning, and when one looks at how sophisticated this operation was, the rockets that were fired, over 7,000 rockets, some going as far as Tel Aviv and into Jerusalem as well. When one looks
Yeah,
at
we've
the
seen it.
paragliders, when we see the sophistication and how this was actually built up over a period of time, it's actually amazing with the limited resources the people of Gaza had to be able to develop this capability and this capacity that has actually struck fear in the hearts of the Israelis.
Yeah, of course. And Israel is in their media. They say that this is prepared by Iran. So of course we does not know the correct information, but this is what the Israel media is saying, and they use it as an excuse. Of course, they also speak about Hezbollah. Even that Hezbollah, they say that they sent some. Small rockets on Lebanon, in the land that are occupied by Israeli from Lebanon land, and after that everything was quiet on the north area with the Lebanon border. So everything is not clear yet. We are expecting that this will continue a few days. We does not know where the things is going. It's something that have never been happened in history before, so it's something not easy to expect it what will happen, especially that now there is hundreds of prisoners, Israel prisoners inside Gaza. So also pumping Gaza in the way that Israel are doing now, it could cause the killing of these people, and it will cause, if these people was killed, it will cause also a huge problem with the Israeli community itself, because they will not accept the killing of their families that they are in Gaza now.
Yes. What is the mood like in Al Quds, where you are right now, Sister Abeer? Because I know early on you put out a little clip. It was extremely quiet. And what is it like in Masjid Al Aqsa as we speak?
The neighborhoods in Jerusalem, all the night it was like a fire. The Zionists was attacking the neighborhoods in Isawiya, in Silwan, in Shafat camp, in many areas, and the Palestinians tried to protect themselves. So it was a very difficult time the whole night. At morning, of course, from yesterday, it was not allowed for the people who are outside of the old city to enter to the old city, and today, since morning, it's not allowed for the people to enter to Al-Aqsa Mosque, even if they are living inside the old city, and it was allowed only for the worker in the mosque. And even the worker in the mosque had been attacked, and I witnessed myself how they was shaking them, and how they make some of them take off all their clothes in the street, and humiliating them. They was humiliating each one of us entering to Al-Aqsa Mosque. A few people are inside Al-Aqsa Mosque, mainly the guard, the Palestinian guard are inside it, but even that they are in a very dangerous situation. Now some people are calling the Jerusalemite people to get out from their houses and to go to Al-Aqsa Mosque, but even if they try, this is something will not be easy with all the closing of the street, with the closing of the city. So we does not know also in the coming days now, time now, it will be Dhuhr time. So it's supposed to be that people go to pray in Al-Aqsa Mosque. So if they did not allow for them, also the problems will be more. But anyway, they are attacking women, the children, anyone they found him in the street, they are attacked by the settlers. Since yesterday, they attacked a lot of families inside the old city. And as I mentioned before, one of the family that had been attacked yesterday, it was my family.
Yes, and Sister Abeer, we've seen on the West Bank, actually, we've seen a lot of people come out protesting on the streets as well. And this obviously has now created a new spirit of unity amongst the Palestinians after what they had witnessed yesterday and what came out of Gaza.
Yeah, of course, it's in both sides. In fact, in the side of the Palestinian, you find the union about all Palestinian now because of what is happening in Gaza. But also from the other side, you can see that also the Israeli have united themselves against the Palestinian with what is happening. For example, before this, you know that the some of Israeli political party that they was refusing what is Netanyahu doing, and they say that they will not be part from the army anymore. But immediately when this happened, even the leaders of this group was the first people to go to volunteer to be part from the army. So it's working both sides to unite it, and maybe Netanyahu will use it also for his benefit. But of course, the Palestinian everywhere will be united when something like this happen. And all of us, we feel for the first time that we are not the only side that are losing. And this is something we can't explain it, we can't process it yet, because it's something, as we said, it's the first time to happen in history. But now, while we are speaking, we have a new news about that. This is the some of our warrior had taking a car and they heading to the north, and now there is a clashes between them and the Israeli army.
Yes, and also, Sister Abir, when you look at the reaction from right across the entire world, we've seen massive protests out in Turkey, we've seen in Yemen as well, we've seen in Bahrain. I know you're in South Africa, in Cape Town as well, Africa for Palestine. They're going to go out on the streets in Cape Town as well. And right across the entire world, the Muslim Ummah has actually been watching with a lot of interest. Maybe, we can't look at the governments and some of the leaders, but definitely the Muslim Ummah right across the entire world is actually supportive in almost every way of what had taken place yesterday. And I think many of them, when I see the comments come through, many Muslims have actually welcomed what Hamas has actually done yesterday on behalf of not only the Palestinians, and as I mentioned, Ismail Haniya said this is on behalf of all Muslims right across the entire world.
And if you read also Al-Azhar in Egypt, they have a statement about that, and they say that what happened is make all the Muslim Ummah proud. This is what the Azhar statement was about. But also at the same time, we see some country like Colombia, for example, that they was having a very strong message, and they say that if you want a peace for the Israeli children, you're supposed to have to give a peace for Palestinian children before. And in the other side, you can see the statement like what we had here from France, Macron, or from United States, that they are completely standing with the Israeli against the Palestinian, and they does not even look to what is happening to the Palestinian or the Palestinian right of defending their life, and they are just saying a complete solidarity. They're showing a complete solidarity for Israel, and that Israel have the right to defend themselves in any way that they found, as the Biden, the president of America, had said.
Yes, Sister Abir, look, we're not surprised as to what Joe Biden has to say, or Macron, or even the United Kingdom, or Australia, or any of these Western European countries. Obviously, we are not surprised at all that this has happened. But I was hoping that we could see a lot more statements come through from Muslim leaders, from Arab leaders, and just leaders from Muslim countries in general.
We are not expecting to hear anything from any Islamic or Arabic country leaders. We are not expecting to listen to anything from them. We are thankful for the statement of South Africa, for Colombia, for this country, because they are really understand the situation in a correct way, and they does not use the double standard, not like other country that they use the double standard. They does not look as for us as a human. And even they look, for example, to the Ukrainian right, does not look to our right. So it's the double standard that they are using. So we are thankful very much to all the country, like South Africa, like Colombia, to what they are saying, and to their not double standard of looking to what is happening. But we are not expecting from the Arabic country to have this, because we know that this most of them are not having the will to do anything, but we are trusting the people, and we hope that they will continue standing next to the Palestinian.
Yes, Sister Abeer, I hear the adhan in the background, and I would assume that is the adhan coming out of Masjid Al-Aqsa. Allahu Akbar,
Alhamdulillah.
Allahu Akbar. And Allah is great, Sister Abeer, and this is the call to prayer. But Allah is great in more ways than one, and Allah is great. And at His time, we will know. We've seen yesterday is basically the first step of this great jihad to liberate Masjid Al-Aqsa. This is the great jihad to liberate the people of Palestine so that they get their land back. And inshallah, we know, as I mentioned, وَمَكَرُوا وَمَكَرَ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. And when Allah Ta'ala's plan works, we will have another Salahuddin Ayyubi, inshallah, to liberate the people of Palestine and Masjid Al-Aqsa. Sister Abeer, Jazakallah khairan so much for your time. Allah Ta'ala keep you safe. Allah keep you safe, inshallah. Keep the people of Palestine safe. Allah Ta'ala grant you the strength to continue, inshallah. And as a ummah, we are proud because you, the people of Palestine, are the chosen people on behalf of an entire Muslim ummah.
Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And yes, we are leaving you with that beautiful adhan out of Masjid Al-Aqsa in Al-Quds this morning. And alhamdulillah, we've had the opportunity to get an update from our sister Abeer Zayyad out of Al-Quds this morning, right here on Salaamedia. And as I started off with the broadcast, I said it actually makes me proud to actually wear this neck scarf. This is a neck scarf that was handmade by the widows of the martyrs of Gaza. And as we speak right now, many, many more martyrs as a result of Israel's brutality. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them the highest stages of Jannah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy on the families that are suffering this brutal bombardment by this merciless Zionist regime, the supremacist, right-wing, hateful apartheid regime. But once again, we salute, we applaud the people of Palestine, and we tell them, we are with you. Victory, inshallah, will be yours. And inshallah, we hope that we will see the victory in our lifetime. We will see the liberation of Masjid Al-Aqsa. We will see the liberation of the beautiful people of Palestine, inshallah. And with that, I'm signing off. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.